Welcome to Culinary Curiosities, where we spice things up more than your ex's Instagram feed. Today, we're diving into the world of hot peppers, where the heat is on and the milk is flowing. Whether you're a spice lover or a spice hater, we guarantee you'll feel something after this episode. And who knows, maybe you'll even discover a newfound appreciation for the burning sensation that makes your tongue feel like it's on fire. Just make sure you have a glass of milk nearby because things are about to get hot, hot, hot. Today, South Carolina is where you can go to find the wildest legends of chili peppers. Legends who eat chili peppers, that is. There are contests all over America for who can eat the most spicy hot peppers in one shot. If you can't make it to the League of Fire Extreme Chili Eating Contest in South Carolina, just try typing in hot peppers into your YouTube search bar. You're gonna find millions of videos of daredevils fighting for bragging rights and views, trying to eat the most and hottest peppers in the world. But what happens when you eat as many chilies as the reigning champ Shahina UK Chili Queen Wasim? First, let's uncover what makes hot peppers hot. Chilies are a fruit and often the flesh is not spicy at all. Have you ever been told to de-seed your chilies so your food isn't too spicy? Well, it turns out that the seeds aren't the problem either. The spicy all comes from the pith of a chili, the white part that the seeds hang on to when you cut open a pepper. Found in the membranes of the white pith is a chemical compound called capsaicin. Capsaicin is also referred to as a neurotoxin. Sounds bad, right? Well, let's slow down for a second. A neurotoxin is something that alters the normal activity of the nervous system. With enough exposure, this could eventually disrupt or even kill nerve cells, which are important for transmitting and processing signals in the brain and other parts of the nervous system. Otherly common indulged in neurotoxins include Botox and booze. Capsaicin is a neurotoxin so powerful that even small amounts can create a burning sensation in our mouths, which happens in our nervous system. But how exactly does that work? Well, when we eat something spicy, capsaicin activates our heat and pain receptors, sending signals to our brains that we're experiencing, hey, you guessed it, heat and pain. These chemical reactions are intended to warn us of danger. Don't eat the painful food! It's the plant's way of protecting itself from hungry predators. And the more capsaicin there is, the more intense those signals become. But you know what? Your brain also responds by releasing endorphins and adrenaline, which are natural painkillers that can also create a sense of pleasure and excitement. This is why some people enjoy eating spicy food, even though it can be quite painful. It's a vicious cycle. To measure the heat of a pepper, we use the Scoville Heat Unit rating system, which was created in 1912 by a pharmacist named Wilbur Scoville. He would dissolve pepper extract in sugar water until it was no longer detectable by a panel of tasters, and the number of dilutions it took to reach that point became the pepper Scoville rating. Nowadays, we use high-performance liquid chromatography to determine a pepper Scoville rating more accurately. Buckle up, my friend, because things are about to get spicy. Let's take the average jalapeno, for example. With a measly 2,500 to 8,000 Scoville Heat Units, you might as well be eating a baby carrot. But if you're feeling bold and decide to chow down on a Carolina Reaper with a Scoville rating of 1.5 million, you'd better have a fire extinguisher ready. You'll feel like you just swallowed a burning sun, and you'll be sweating more than a sinner in church. So be warned, my friends, when it comes to hot peppers, it's not a game for the faint of heart. At 30,000 to 50,000 Scoville Heat Units, the heat becomes quite intense for most average-sized American men and can cause sweating and tears. Above 100,000 Scoville Heat Units, the heat can be unbearable for most people, causing nausea and even vomiting. But at 1 or 2 million Scoville Heat Units, like some of the hottest peppers in the world, you're likely to experience extreme pain, vomiting, and even temporary paralysis of the vocal cords if you're not used to it. The top 10 spiciest peppers are coming up with 2 bonus peppers. One pepper breeder who eats one of these top 10 hottest chilies a day just to keep his skills sharp said this about his habit. If you were to do it on an empty stomach, you would immediately start to cramp, which is probably the closest thing a man could come to childbirth. Maybe that's why the reigning champ is a woman. The effects of capsaicin all depend on how you ingest it. Luckily, in its full form, it's usually fairly safe. The pure mass of the fruit to capsaicin ratios in chili make it so that you have to purposely purposely ingest a ton of the stuff to suffer. It's when people start trying to eat lots of sauces that are engineered to contain maximum spice levels that things can get a bit dangerous. In order to digest the capsaicin, your stomach will release more digestive acid, which in combination with too much hot sauce and not enough food can start to burn the lining of your stomach and intestines. Besides vomiting, damage to your gut, extreme stomach pain, and temporary paralysis of the vocal cords, there's one life-threatening symptom that hot pepper eaters get: thunderclap headaches. More and more commonly, as hot peppers get hotter, challengers have to go to the hospital for what's called thunderclap headaches. Sometimes these headaches are so painful that the victims are tested for strokes. This is not a symptom you can beat off with a bottle of milk. Thunderclap headaches happen when blood vessels that supply blood to your brain suddenly constrict and tighten, likely because of the alarm bells going on in the nervous system. This can cause permanent brain damage if not sorted out. It looks like Mother Nature isn't the only one with a fiery attitude these days. Scientists and gardeners alike are taking pepper breeding to new spicy heights. We're talking about peppers that make you question your life choices and reconsider your tolerance for pain. These peppers are so hot that they can melt the ice caps faster than global warming ever could. And now, without further ado, here are the top 10 hottest peppers, guaranteed to make you feel like you've been slapped in the face by a dragon. Brace yourselves, it's gonna be a wild ride. At number 10, the red Savina habanero was the world's hottest pepper from 1994 to 2006. It has 500,000 Scoville Heat Units, or SHUs. That's 5 to 10 times as spicy as a Thai bird's eye chili that you would get at the grocery store. If you double the red Savina habanero, you get number 9, the 7-pot red giant. The 7-pot peppers get their name from being spicy enough to flavor 7 pots of stew. The 7-pot peppers come from Jamaica and include varieties such as 7-pot Jonah, 7-pot Yellow, 7-pot Katy, 7-pot Bharatpur, and countless others. Our number 8, the 7-pot Bharatpur, is similarly spicy with 1 million or so SHUs and comes from Trinidad and Tobago. Number 7 is the legendary pepper that ushered in the era of chili eating contests. We're talking about the Buchalokia, also known as the ghost pepper. Ghost peppers regularly test at 1,041,000 Scoville Heat Units and have made many a YouTuber cry. What do you get if you add 300,000 Scoville Heat Units to number 7? You get number 6, which is the rare Naga Viper, which was cultivated in the UK. Coming in at number 5, we have the Trinidad Scorpion Butch Tea, named after the shape of the pepper, which looks and stings like a scorpion's tail. It's indigenous to Trinidad and Tobago, and it got its name from Neil Smith of the Hippie Seed Company after he got the seeds originally from Butch Taylor, who's responsible for propagating the pepper seeds. Number 4 is the blistering 7-pot Primo, coming in at nearly 1.5 million SHUs. This pepper holds many myths and contention due to its similarity to the number 1 hottest pepper. The number 3 pepper is the only one on the list that is not strictly red, usually growing into a deep brownish color, and is one of the most flavorful of all the super hot peppers. This is the 7-pot Douglas. This tasty pepper packs a punch at 1.8 million SHUs. Number 2 is native to the lands of Moruga and Trinidad and Tobago and was just recently discovered. We're talking about the Moruga Scorpion. Once you take a bite of this rare and cute-looking pepper, the heat never stops building. Coming in at 2.2 million SHUs, the number 1 hottest pepper in the world is the Carolina Reaper. That's hotter than most pepper sprays used by police. And while the Carolina Reaper is the hottest pepper that is officially tested and available on the common market, there are 2 new unofficial bad boys in town. We're talking about Pepper X and the Dragon's Breath Pepper. The Dragon's Breath pepper was bred in Wales, developed collaboratively by chili farmer Neil Price, Nottingham Trent University, and NPK Technology. Despite rumors that this hot pepper could kill a person, the intention on creating something so hot was to use the essential oils from the pepper as an anesthetic for people allergic to traditional numbing medications. The pepper is so hot that when it was displayed at London's annual Chelsea Flower Show, it was kept in a sealed container. The Dragon's Breath was unofficially tested and reported at 2.48 million Scoville Heat Units, well above the Carolina Reaper, though not as hot as our other bonus pepper. Ed Currie, who also grew the Carolina Reaper, has most recently bred Pepper X, which is over 3 million Scoville Heat Units. That's over 1 million more than the Carolina Reaper. And hey, if you can ever get your hands on either of those, be a bit cautious please, for the sake of your stomach lining. Alright, so thanks for watching and catch us next time on Culinary Curiosity.